Kathy's, I'm having you use the wall so you don't fall over, number one. So balance is not an issue. So you can kind of relax into balance. You can pay more attention. Here, can you give us a little roller action there? So the knees are going to be slightly bent. So you live in the back of your knees. You're entering you're actually living in the center of the knees, but you come from behind, right? She's just going to just come up and down. Thank you. And just go up and down. Thank you. All right. Can you guys see? I wish we could magnify her and blow her up into more than life size to make this easier, but all right. All right. What I want you to start to notice, and you're going to have to find this on your own. Again, this is a map, and you're going to have to go to the territory, which is your own experience. But the map is that when she comes up, and now come up and stay up. That's it. The ankles are lifting, the heels are lifting. Come even higher, even higher. She's starting to drift on the outside on this foot, so bring the weight back on the inside if you can. This is what happens. As we come higher, we tend to drift off of that metatarsal, first metatarsal line. We tend to go sideways. So what Kathy's going to do is she's going to keep lifting her ankles. She's going to keep lifting her tailbones, her talus bone, because her bones are really reaching down, but she's going to let her heel come back. And you see this triangular space in here? It's going to start to stretch. This space is going to start to open up. So that goes up and that goes down. That goes up and that goes down. So what goes up is the ankles. What goes down is the heels. This is where you separate the talus bone. The heels and the ankles go in opposite directions. Most of us, they come up together and they go down together. When you're doing that, you're moving from the superficial back line. I'm not sure what Doug calls that. Instead of the deep front line or the costral, the core sutra. Gotta get this line go down.
This calf is getting tired. This is my weakest foot.
Good. The calf is getting tired. It's the foot that's not working.
Heels go up and ankles go down.
Other way around.
Ankles go up and ankles go down.
Right. So you know ballet point? Ballet dancers, they stand on point. That's how every animal on the planet stands except for humans. They stand on the metatarsal bones. In fact, their metatarsals are so long, when I first started studying anatomy and I looked at a dog, I said, how could the dog's knees be backwards? It didn't make any sense to me. And then it took me a long time to figure out. I was looking at the ankles. I thought it was the knee. The metatarsals are so long, the ankles are much higher than I expected. I was like, wow, that's weird. No, they just have long bones. Because the metatarsal bones are really where they're carrying their weight. They don't stand with flat feet. When an animal moves, this is the part of the foot that's the power. This part of it, not this. It's not the wrist that flexes, or the equivalent's not the ankle that flexes, it's the metatarsals. So the role of the ankle is to channel energy into the ground. Okay, can you do that again? So this is the calf muscle getting tired.
Yeah.
So let's just isolate this one.
Okay.
So just leave that alone, bend the knee. When she pushes down on those toes, her ankle will lift up.
And you want this to
Yeah. Which is different than pulling up on her heel. Now what I want you guys to experiment with is the difference between if he pushes down, that comes up. If she pulls up, that's a different story. Pushing down creates lift, pulling up also creates lift. They're different. You have to tell which is which. Pulling up, you're going to get fatigued. That's it, so start to come all the way up. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up. Good, now start to go down. Down. Is that too much?
No.
Down. So I'm not letting her inner line go down. Her heel's going down, but I'm keeping the energy traveling up this inner channel. It's a little bit easier on the inside, so the outside's a little stickier. So she's got fibular glue. Does it turn around, turn sideways? So right through here, the energy is stuck. That's why the calf muscle is tired. Right? She hasn't differentiated the deep line from the superficial. The superficial back line is here. The deep line is underneath there. And they're like this. They're glued together. They need to be able to separate. Right? The layers of tissue shouldn't be stuck together. They need to differentiate. When they're stuck together, your calf muscles get tired. You get no movement into the inner knee. You get no movement into the core of the body. You stay in the superficial area of the body, which will then go into the erector muscles, go into all the superficial muscles of the body, because they'll force the superficial body to hold on. When the core engagement happens, you can drop the hamstrings, the quadriceps. You can drop the erector muscles. You don't have to work. You just go right to the core. Erector muscles provide support, but they don't have to contract. They're useful for movement, but as far as just organizing yourself, you don't need them. But it takes a while to differentiate that.
And it goes all the way up to my neck.
Yes, it goes with the ear, and goes, you can trace it all the way through all kinds of places. So, do this. You're just pushing out, right? You're pushing out, right? It's like stepping on the gas, right? You put your foot in the accelerator, you kind of roll over the toes, right? Stand up. Can you do that? Just pick one foot and just do that with one foot. Just roll.